Hey there folks, welcome back, and the WRC this week is going to be visiting Rally Germany. Round 10 of the championship, 19 stages covering 344 competitive kilometres await our teams. And in this video I'm going to be giving a bit of a preview, a bit of an overview, and laying out a couple of predictions as well. So let's start off with a bit of a preview, and before we get into the actual detail of it, I'm going to recommend you also check out the rally preview from It Gets Faster Now. You can check that out in the description below. It's a website that I usually go to visit to look at the kind of previews of these events, and also helps inform me with some of the things I'm going to be looking at ahead of the event. It also means you can have a look at some of the kind of changes that are going to be happening to the stages compared to last season. So even though they're going to be carrying the same stage name, the routes isn't necessarily going to be the same. The rally will start on Thursday with St. Vendelerland. The stage is also serving at the shakedown this season, and it was the shakedown as well last season. So it'll be interesting to see how it serves as a competitive test as well. Friday itself is unchanged from last season, and while Saturday shows some route changes in stages such as the Arena Panzerplatte, the major change for it is the way that the stages themselves are ordered. The Friesen and Romstrasse tests, and I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing them wrong, are going to be run at the start of the day, whereas the Panzerplatte test is going to be run later on. Last season they were run as loops of 4. Instead this year you're going to have 2 stages run twice, and then the other 2 stages run twice. Sunday itself bears a return of Grashaft from last season, but it also sees the return of Frontal, a stage that we last saw competitively in 2016. So we haven't seen it in this current generation of World Rally cars. Don't know what that's going to bear, but we can find that quite interesting as we get towards it as a power stage. It was previously used for that kind of role in 2015 and 2013. So let's have a look at how things stand as we come into this event. Oitanak has a 22-point advantage in the Drivers' Championship over Sebastian Ogier, with Thierry Neuville a further 3 points behind. This is a point where Oitanak was very competitive last season, having a run of straight victories, and it's also a rally where he's won both outings in the current generation of World Rally car. So we could potentially see another upset here as well. In terms of other drivers, Sebastian Ogier has picked up 3 victories himself, while Thierry Neuville and Dani Sordo have one apiece. Surprisingly, Sebastian Loeb, who is signed to Hyundai for this season and has won the event 9 times, will not be featuring here in Germany this weekend. Hyundai's lineup will be Thierry Neuville, Andreas Mikkelsen and Dani Sordo, the latter returning after having taken the last rally out in place of Craig Breen, which means that Sordo's coming essentially fresh from that victory in Sardinia 2 rallies ago. Elsewhere, Ford and Citroën are delivering unchanged lineups from Rally Finland, Gus Greensmith continuing in his role as cover for Elfyn Evans, who's still recovering from the injury sustained in Rally Estonia. And with Citroën having EP and Ogier there, the people who finished 3rd and 4th last season, we might see the French manufacturer return to winning ways. Toyota will be bringing 4 drivers to Rally Germany, as the regular lineup of Oitanak, Jari-Matti Latvala and Chris Meek will be complemented by a 4th car entered by Takamoto Katsuta, bringing his first top flight entry in a World Rally car here in Germany, the first of 2, with Rally Catalunya being the second later in the season. Elsewhere, in the WRC2 Pro, we're going to see a strong roster of drivers. Skoda are bringing 2 in the shape of Kare Rovanperä and Jan Kopeschky, the latter having picked up a big win in the Barum Rally Zlin in the ERC last weekend. Citroën will be bringing the return of Mads Ostberg, whereas Ford will be bringing 1 Fiesta R5 Mark II for Eric Kameli. Pontus Tiedemann was also meant to start in the event, having been given the call-up after Greensmith was promoted to the Works team. However, due to the deals that he worked out, that means he's going to be starting in Rally Turkey, he won't be featuring at the event. You can check out more about that in the description below. In WRC2 itself, we see Nikolai Grajin, Kaitan Kajatanovic, Fabio Andolfi, Rhys Yates and Stefan Lefebvre as only a few names in a very competitive roster. Lefebvre won't be in a Citroën, that's quite interesting. It's going to be there instead in a Polo. And now let's go on to some predictions and some people who I think we need to watch out for. Thierry Neuville is going to be one of them. This is essentially a home round for him in the WRC, and he's been doing a lot of practice for it, including doing Rally Ypres in his home country of Belgium earlier this season, and being featured in TCR Germany at the Nürburgring last weekend, where he picked up 6th place in the second race. However, in his first race in the I-30, he picked up a win. Maybe that's some good omens. Remember 2014 when he picked up his win after having crashed in the shakedown. We know he's competitive here, and we know the Hyundai are going to be looking to have a second win at home, where the team is based in Elsinore, so this is their home rally as much as the manufacturer itself is from Korea. Teammate Sordo is also one to watch out for. Often considered a tarmac expert, he delivered his first victory here in 2013 in a DS3, coming essentially fresh from his second victory in Sardinia. Could we see a third? And like I said, the two Citroens will be interesting too. Will we see the manufacturers return to past dominance here in the hands of Lappi and Ogier? In terms of Toyota, Tanak is going to be a definite contender for the victor, especially, like I said, him having featured as the winner of the previous two editions. Elsewhere in the Toyota service park, keep an eye out for what Katsuta is going to be doing in his first appearance in a World Rally Car in the championship, and see what he does relative to someone like Gus Greensmith as well. In WRC2 Pro, it's essentially going to be a bit of a toss-up between the two Skodas, whereas in terms of the WRC2 itself, keep an eye out for Nikolai Grajin. Whilst he had a heavy impact last weekend in the Czech Rally Zlin, we're going to have to see what he does here in Germany. It's nice to have seen drivers coming straight away from having done other tarmac competitions, because it might actually bolster them in this event itself. And on that note, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy Rally Germany. I hope you've enjoyed this preview as well. If you want to make any kind of debate start, do that in the comments down below. Please keep it constructive, mind you. You can also check out other videos on this channel, which I will recommend down below in the description, talking about lineups ahead of this event and in terms of future events as well. And, well, I hope to see you around soon. Bye-bye for now.